And I'm being troubled by one lady in the studio. I'll introduce her very shortly. But my name is Ayomira Essing.
And I'm Kayode Baker. Good morning, Lagos.
And that lady is Tega the Tiger, Tega Supreme, Tega the Champion, Tega the lady in sports.
All the accolades.
I've been bullied.
Oh gosh.
Good morning, Lagos.
Good morning, Tega, and stop lying.
In fact, I'm being bullied
that should be your
as we
resolution.
speak.
You know how you should know who is being bullied? Go onto YouTube, watch us live at youtube.com/smooth981fm. Do not be fooled by her smile. And then you can also join the conversation by sending us a message on WhatsApp 0809 444 0981, or you can go onto Twitter. We read your messages there. Follow us at Smooth981FM. Use the hashtag LockerRoom981. Let's get into the sports stories.
Yes, let's do that. Okay, so we'll talk about the Super Eagles to kickstart the show. Raw not fooling anybody, calling South Africa favorites, and this is Stuart Baxter talking. Now, South African coach Stuart Baxter dismissed the assertion from his Nigerian counterpart, Gernot Raw, that Bafana Bafana are the favorites heading into Wednesday's African Cup of Nations quarterfinal showdown. Now, quote here says, Nigeria are absolutely one of the best teams on the continent and have been for a long time. One game doesn't make us favorites. I don't think he's fooling anybody, Baxter told reporters. He's talking about Gernot Raw here. Now, he further says, when we hit a balance between good organization and getting on the ball and playing pace and using our natural inherent technique, we can give anybody a game. He further said, we'll be respecting Nigeria but not fearing them. We will have to produce a very good South African performance to beat them. Full stop.
Well, I don't think Gernot Raw was saying this based on the fact that the rest of the people in Africa are idiots. He was saying this based on recent form between the Super Eagles and the Bafana Bafana of South Africa. I mean, in the qualifying to build up to the AFCON, South Africa beat Nigeria in Nigeria and held Nigeria to a draw in South Africa. On that basis alone,
They're favorites over
they are
Nigeria.
favorites over Nigeria based on form. He's not saying that on any given day Bafana Bafana will be favorites, but he's saying coming into this, and then to make it even more interesting, Bafana Bafana did beat the Pharaohs of Egypt in Egypt. So he's using those results. It's not like he was trying to play a Mourinho here or pull a Mourinho or trying to braid somebody's head. I don't know. He's using the facts and he's saying, based on this, if they could deliver these goods against us and against Egypt, then coming into this match, they are favorites. He's not saying on any given day. So Stuart Baxter should calm down. When they say your dress is fine, don't say, this old thing. Say thank you. End of discussion. Take a compliment. But it is true. Those results will be on the minds of both coaches and players, regardless of what it is. Bafana will come on the shoulder of those performances against Nigeria and against the Pharaoh Egypt and be confident when they're facing the Super Eagles. So it's not something that they're going to discard or disregard. It's something they're going to take note of. And the players too of the Super Eagles are going to look at the same thing. But what is important is that this is a tournament. Now in this tournament, look, where you watch the way the AFCON have gone, and you've seen that the Republic of Benin beat Morocco, and Morocco did not play badly. It's different if they were poor on the day. They had the chance to even win the game at death, and they didn't. And they still ended up losing to Republic of Benin. Then you know that anything can happen in this tournament, and that's what both teams will go out and do and say, you know what, because anything can happen in this tournament. If I do my best, if I score the chances I create, then I get the chance to win. And so for today's game, I toss it up and say it's a 50-50.
It's not business as usual.
Yeah, there was a time I used to say Nigeria, South Africa. Nigeria's won. I would even sleep and wake up. I didn't even bother with it. But now it's not the same. It's a totally different. It's a totally different Bafana. So it's a toss up. So anybody could win it. Anybody could cry win all the way home.
Don't say that. I don't like that. We're going to evict you from this show very shortly. Which one?
No, I'm an analyst. I'm not in Nigeria right now.
I don't care.
When I get on Twitter, you will know who I support.
On a Nigerian station.
You will know who I support. When I get on Twitter.
I feel afraid as to who you're
But for here, 50-50.
All right, okay, so we're all watching. Kayode said earlier on that he was really excited. No, what was the adjective you
I
used?
say South Africa, they're
No,
known
wait.
as our wives.
No, yeah, no. Initially, you're like, oh, you're
Before.
you're
I'm
you're
pumped
hyper,
up.
you're pumped up.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm pumped up. I'm anxious. I want us
The
to.
wives have taken over. No food in this kitchen.
All right, let's watch what's going to happen this evening. All right, Joanna Konta hits back at a quarterfinal loss to Barbora Strykova at Wimbledon. Ooh, I've gotten the thumbs up. All right, so Konta denied she had spurned a golden opportunity after losing to Strykova in the Wimbledon quarterfinals. In a tense press conference, Konta admitted she did not play her best, but bit back at the suggestion she flopped her lines at the big moment. Here's what she said. I don't think you need to pick on me in a harsh way. I think I'm very open with you guys. I say how I feel out there. If you don't want to accept the answer or you don't agree with it, that's fine. I still believe in the tennis that I play. I still believe in the way I competed.
Yeah. So this is a bottom line. This is Johanna Konta coming in after some big wins.
Yeah.
To eventually lose to a player that they think that the British press think she should easily have beaten. I always thought that Strykova was going to be a tough one for her.
Really?
And on the back of that, they now took her back to French Open. That this is exactly what you did in French Open. You beat some big name players, then got
then
to
you
the unseeded player, and they lost. Do you have a problem? So basically, are you a choker? This girl flipped. And the only reason she's this polite is because, again, she's British.
Yeah.
Because on a normal day, it's the kind of thing that you will take off your belt and wrap it around your wrist and start to flog. But they just threw it in her face that, oh, well, auntie, you're choking. Is there a mental problem? A psychological problem? Should we help? Should we? And so she wasn't finding it funny. But what they need to know is that this is a tournament, especially with the women's draw. I kid you not, the women's draw is literally like squeezing up names and then throwing it in the hat. Anyone you pick can win. And that's how the women's draw can tend to be. Forget what you're talking about. On a normal day, Corey Kokokov in men's tennis, it's not like the crowd will cheer her and cheer her out in the first round. That's how simple it is. But what it is that the women's tennis is a toss-up. And so for you to say this as if she didn't put her best foot forward, as if she wanted to go home, like she doesn't like to win a Grand Slam or something, it's offensive. But that's again what reporters are there for. They will ask you the tough questions, and especially when you're playing in Wimbledon. So you're literally at home, you were beaten at home, and it's a behavior that they've seen. So they want to ask you, maybe you need to sit down and talk to somebody when it comes towards the business end of tournaments. Maybe you need to have somebody to talk to so that you can overcome this fear. So they will ask you all those questions. So she shouldn't be so upset.
Don't take it personally.
They are doing their job.
Absolutely.
The same way you were doing your job when you lost.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I think it would have been worse if you were one of the press talking to her. But let's take some comments. So Ojo says, Tega, nobody can bully you when I'm here listening. When I'm here listening, find trouble, I'm here. You people are the ones that are spoiling this girl. All right, then Taya from
Yaba says, Raw has stayed too long in Nigeria and actually believe that he's a Nigerian. See him dry cleaning South Africa for public water. I beg, make you know dollars. 2 for Nigeria, 0 for Bafana.
Yes, I'm with you.
From your mouth to God's ears.
We'll see.
All right, so Daniel from Ikoton says, Gernot Ross should please not start Mikel, and if he needs to start Musa from the bench. I'm Daniel from Ikoton. For no reason should the coach bring on Onuachu to replace Mikel. You see many coaches in their sitting room.
On this Onuachu's gonna agree.
All right. So we have more comments, but we need to go on the break. When we come back, we'll take more stories and also, of course, get to your comments.
Wow. So people need to tell me I need to take at least three stories before I go on the break.
That's what I was telling you. When we were doing the first one, I was holding the kidney that, but because it's for Nigerian football and it's big, it's difficult for you not to talk about it.
No, just cuts me off sometimes.
All right, so children of God on our Twitter.
Your work, eh?
Tega, you
You're
have
not
20
you're not paying
people watching
attention.
the microphone in front of your face on Instagram. On
Hey,
YouTube.
yeah.
This is so horrible.
And this microphone was very expensive. That's why you should look at it.
Isn't
It's
Ghana
money.
very proud?
It's money
Don't
that they
mind
spent
her.
here.
Please tell us, guys. Give us predictions for tonight's game. What time is the match happening?
8 or 7.
So we should mention that though. Anyway.
Let me check online.
There we search Google. You think that
Not everybody will
Nigeria?
say people are driving. now, so
Don't
people
worry,
driving
whether
on the
they
road
were
are
driving or not,
They will know. People know.
We'll come back.
Oh,
We'll come
we're
back.
coming back now. Guys, tell us your predictions.
All right, guys, welcome back. It's still Smooth 98.1. And of course, this is the locker room with Kayode Baker.
And I am Myra Essay. Joining us on the show, of course, is Tega, the Tiger, Tega Supreme, without whom the show will not hold.
You know, just keep recognizing, keep recognizing.
So much accolades.
I know.
Okay, let's talk about the next story, shall we? So Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal aim for Wimbledon rematch on quarterfinals day. Now, Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal will try to tee up their first Wimbledon meeting since the epic 2008 final when they headlined the men's quarterfinals. Now, 8-time champion Federer plays Japan's 8th seed Kei Nishikori, second on center court on Wednesday, and top seed Novak Djokovic opens on the main show court against Belgium's 21st seed David Goffin. And Nadal faces American Sam Querrey on court, one after fellow Spaniards Roberto Batista Agut takes on Guido Pella.
Yes, so and that's the quarterfinal. If I say South African quarterfinal, oh Tega, I'm seeing Bafana everywhere. But that's the men's quarterfinal for you in Wimbledon today. And if Roger Federer and Rafa Nadal would both win their matches, then they get to entertain us again with another Fedal.
Nadal.
No, it's called Fedal. It's called the
really?
Fedal
There's a name
match.
now.
Yeah, there's a name. Fedal. Just like Serena and Andy Murray's Morena.
How does it sound like a Nigerian name?
So also there'll be another Fedal for us, but the first business is Kei Nishikori for Roger Federer, and it's important that he doesn't overlook that and try to play the match in front of him. Kei Nishikori, sometimes because of injuries, sometimes because he likes to play clean tennis, he doesn't know how to battle. As such, so he tends not to have a good head-to-head against the top 3. But regardless of what it is, when those men come against Kei Nishikori, they know that they are playing a professional tennis player. And so it's exactly, so they come out with their best, and so that's what Roger Federer have to deal with. On the other hand, for Rafa Nadal, it's Sam Querrey. Now, some people may not know the name. Sam Querrey was supposed to be the next big thing. He had great serves, and then unfortunately for him, one injury after the other. But he's just trying to get back into the groove, and that's the most damaging of his weapons, his big serves. The interesting thing is that on the other side of the net to him is Rafa Nadal, one of the best returners in the game. So that makes up for an interesting quarterfinal. But a lot of viewers watching to see would want to see the Fedal matchup. So Sam Querrey and Kei Nishikori, do and go. Let's watch something.
All right, let's go to more tennis as Morena. And the Murray and Serena Williams are still winning big. So they wowed Wimbledon again as their box office partnership continued with another straight set win in the mixed doubles. They now play top seeds Bruno Soares, the former men's partner of Murray's brother Jamie and Nicole Malika. So they say William said this: we're in the groove of things, so it's feeling good. I'm having a blast. It has been really fun, and it's a great atmosphere playing out there with Andy.
Okay, yes. This is so amazing. First of all, let me tell you a little story about Serena.
Hello.
See, when Serena stepped on the court with her hair all fiery and in place, she played well the day before, the hair like that. And then she came up against a certain Alison Risk, who she's played with in Davis Cup. Alison Risk is also American from Pittsburgh. And Alison Risk is just tricky. She doesn't have as much power in her serves, but she has very good placement, and she uses the power of the person on the other side of the net to play winners. And so that's why she was able to beat Ashley Barty the day before. Ashley Barty is also a big hitter. So once Ashley Barty hits those big ground strokes or hits a big serve, Alison Risk will be like, thank you. She absorbed it. You're just giving her power. And that was how she was able to beat Ashley Barty. Tune into yesterday, and Serena struggled with Risk returning herself like that. And so Serena, in her typical African way, she carried up her hair. You see, that her hair, when she wraps it up in a bun, you know, when she lifts it up and flowing, she still wants to be pretty.
Yeah.
When she carries that hair up and she ties it in a bun, it's like when people used to loosen their hairstyle and tie around their waist, you know that the fight has entered, be careful. So that's exactly what she did. Once she tied that hair up in a bun, the way she took out Alison Risk, like it was quarrel. You won't even know that they used to be friends. And so that hair in a bun is a thing. But because she played, the daytime was singles for Serena and the evening was doubles for her and Andy Murray. So she didn't have time to, you know, make herself pretty again. She just left that hair in a bun and she came for the doubles. I kid you not, if not for Serena yesterday, Andy Murray would be at home right now drinking tea. There's no need to discuss it because the winners she hit, I think the guy Martin had heard about Serena hitting, but when he saw it yesterday, it's exactly what Roger Federer said when they both played together. I said you watch her on TV and you know that she has some powerful strokes, but you know nothing until you're on the same court with her. So Martin saw it yesterday for real. I was like, what is this girl hitting? And so one time he hit one of his biggest serves, about 130 miles per hour, and Serena returned it with gusto. Like, take it back.
Honestly,
So it is
her.
the way she plays and the way she fights. And she kept telling Andy Murray, because Andy Murray was playing softly with the other lady, I've forgotten her name now. And so when that lady serves, Andy Murray is meant to respond. He would try to place the ball or try to hit the ball softly. And Serena was just like, put your racket through this thing. If you don't put your racket through this thing, you can't beat this woman. And so every time the ball came to her, she'd hit it and she'd say, Andy Murray, that's how we do it. Because most people look at women's tennis, they hit it flat, hard and flat. So it's not with as much top spin as men do. Sometimes men like to build up the points. With women, if they see the thing coming, they're looking for a winner. So they take it. So she was telling Andy Murray, hit it. And so it was such an interesting matchup. And today they get to play Bruno Soares. Now, Bruno Soares is one of the top ranked players in doubles. So it will be interesting to see if they survive this one, because they've been going smoothly so far. But if they survive this one, then the trophy may just be theirs.
I hope it is. I hope it is.
I have some messages here up on WhatsApp platform, and also don't forget, we're going to get to those messages, but real quick, let's get to this one. It's about Benin. Benin offers voodoo prayers for AFCON success. Quite the story here. Now, on Sunday, Dan Bedega, president of the indigenous religions of Benin, was joined by several other Budunsi practitioners of a special ceremony to support the squirrels, as the national squad are nicknamed. Now, after sacrificing the goats and 3 sheep behind closed doors, he emerged with his chest bared, accompanied by a toothless priestess in her 60s, who led the prayers in front of around 100 followers. Now, a quote here says, "There is something new for our players in this competition. People think we will make a poor showing, but they are wrong. We are committed to doing our best," intoned the princess, gripping a gourd of water and her walking stick. Now, Dan Bedega said he has been praying for the team since well before the tournament began. And a quote further says, "There is a march towards progress in football with the support of the ancestors, and nothing else should stop us."
Hey, so now Morocco knows why they lost. It wasn't their football, because they did
missed
play
the penalty.
because they did play very well. So they got that penalty in the 90th. It wasn't just that penalty in the 90th or 93rd minute that they got, and I hit the bar. Ziyech will score it on any other day. Okay, but I'm not agreeing with this, but this is just ridiculous. But I'm just going to say that at the end of the day, this is how invested Republic of Benin is in this thing. And yes, Nigeria will do Christianity, they're Muslims, and there's some other native worshippers, but in Benin, their own is public. It's not like they're hiding it. Voodoo. And so they're bringing it to the AFCON. Today, Senegal must fall. It's such a big deal. They carry it, to the stadiums if it's not metal or if they can walk through the gates, they carry it and they chant during the games. So don't take it for granted.
Again, Senegal is not a small team.
Yeah, but the Senegalese I think are quite prepared for this. But what it is that at the end of the day, if Benin does beat Senegal, it will have nothing to do with voodoo. It will come down to what Senegal was able to deliver.
If they don't win this cup, this rubbish that they've done,
it will come down to whatever they're they're able to deliver on the day. So they have to take this seriously, especially seeing what Benin can do. They would score a goal, but they can defend for Africa. Those people. And so because it is hard for them to concede, it makes it hard for teams to beat
break them
them easily. And so that's what Senegal is going to have to work out, different ways and different approaches to how to score against Benin. Otherwise, they'll go to penalty shootout and
the psychology of
And
also the
again-
bully
and a
that they might
toothless
face.
and a toothless goddess can come and say
I can't even
anything.
believe
That's
it.
just ridiculous. But they need to play that will be the first quarterfinal before the Nigeria match. So they need to the Senegalese need to get their act right. Don't get distracted by all these bead carrying people. You'll be all right. Everybody has bead in their village. Everybody.
So we have this one here on still on women's football. Rapinoe accepts Congress invite for USWNT. So Megan Rapinoe has accepted an invitation for the US women's soccer team to celebrate its World Cup victory with a visit to Congress. I thought she said she wasn't going to go to the
White House. That's why she's going to Congress, darling.
Right. So, and Democratic leader Chuck Schumer said yesterday he looks forward to scheduling a time when these inspiring women can come to the nation's capital.
Oh, okay. So that you can see that the Democrats run the House, so that's why they can do this. But what it is that Megan Rapinoe is doing everything to make sure that she does not get to the White House. She has said it, if there's the invitation does not yet come, but if there's any invite from the president, we are not coming to the White House. But what it is because of what they've pulled off and what they're also trying to pull off with equal pay on the pitch, then they have to talk to government, and part of government, I mean, one of the most powerful is the Congress. So they would cherish that visit, and they have to be recognized as heroes of the game. They have done very well for football, and I saw their equal pay roster. Do you know that if the US lose, the players pay for themselves? Sit down quietly and take it in. If the US women's team lose, the players pay for themselves. If the men lose, they still get their money. If the women lose, they pay.
This is one of the reasons why there's a lot of
you see why we need to take a quick break, so that we'll not be too angry. And you can and to think that they've won four World Cups and the men have not won
we
any.
can't even complain in Nigeria. I don't think it's that bad in Nigeria. All right, Chiwe Nancy says this. She says the Nigerian South African match is now like a bragging right. Super Eagles should please defeat South Africa for me, or else we won't hear a word from South Africa again.
I'm
Even
telling
Super
you.
Sports will in the next months come and be taunting us with the replay of the match. If South Africa wins.
And Chimo Victor says, Gernot Raw, please don't start with Mikel Obi in today's match. While for Samuel Chukwueze, he needs to start.
I love how we're just giving him advice. I tell this now. Fala saying when Serena's business bond came out yesterday, I knew we weren't playing. She struggled a lot yesterday, but man, that woman continues to show why she's the greatest. Happy for Morena and looking forward to Fidal. Ooh, and that doubles match, so wonderful. She was returning 138 meters per hour serves. My God, a queen. She even screamed after returning it like she couldn't believe herself. She might as well be carrying Morena by herself at this point.
All right, Lagos, let's go on a quick break. When we get back, it'll be the final stretch here in the locker room. Man, wow. And I thought the Nigerian football team was bad.
It's so bad. So they won't pay them. They won't pay them anything. So whatever they used to get to camp, that's it. So they're literally, that's it. So they better not lose.
I thought the Americans were all about equality.
No,
This
they're
one is
not.
worse
I've heard
here.
some
When
things
it comes
about
to this, this equality, you know, Nigeria, we don't even talk about it, because if we did, we know that even in Nigeria, there are jobs that Ayo will take and I will take, and the men that take the same jobs are paid more. But we are not even looking at those stats. But yeah, the American team is so obvious because they are so successful and their men are so not successful. Yeah. So if that's why it's pretty obvious. On a normal day, they won't have even noticed.
That's why they're suing them. Okay, because I was wondering that they have the mind to sue their FA.
Oh no, they always sue everybody. In America, if you talk to me anyhow, I will sue you now. Kayode, I see I like this because I came here and there's no cup of tea waiting for me. I can sue you for wrongful treatment.
No, but I can't even believe it. America that is meant to be like
I'm telling you,
free.
I'm telling you.
The hockey team, the ice hockey team, they said they were not going to play. Do you know what the FA went to do? They went to now start calling, because of the NCAA is such a great system that they have players. They went to start calling players from the NCAA. Those girls on the team called all the coaches I kid you not, high school after high school, from the top, they started from the top high schools. They called people's parents and said, don't let your daughter be called up to the national team. And that's why I like America Defense. Say this, we're fighting this fight so your daughters, when they eventually get to the national team, they will get paid. They won't have to fight this fight. So parents did not say, this is an opportunity for my daughter to be a star. Nobody answered the call. So because nobody answered the call, the FA was now forced to sit down with the NHL team and draft a payment plan, not just payment, health insurance, injury insurance, everything. Before they went for World Cup, and you know what made it worse? They now went to the World Cup and they now won the World Cup.
Are you serious?
Argentina.
We haven't known Argentina. Okay.
And they now won the World Cup for good measure. They beat Canada in the final. Canada that is the best hockey team, ice hockey team.
No.
Then they brought it back and said, this is why we should pay us, and then they collected their money. So the soccer team needs to do exactly the same thing.
Well, let's hope it works for them.
It will. They must pay them that money.
So they're asking for equal pay now, or
Yes.
just the 90,000?
No, equal pay. We don't want 90,000. That's FIFA money now. We want our country to sort us out. The same way they sort out the men.
Wow.
So they should go to Congress and talk to AOC.
Okay, yeah, it's better they go to Congress.
Yes.
That now makes
Talk
sense.
to
They can pass
AOC.
this.
Talk to Schumer. What's my business with Donald Trump? Talk to Schumer. Talk to Nancy Pelosi and say, see, we
In
are.
Nigeria, we kneel down to what's our sports minister's name? Oh my God!
No, they don't kneel down there.
No, they kneel down to him.
No, we don't. They don't kneel down there. What's my business with these people? In Nigeria, you see, as they called those students from high school, their professor said, "Don't listen to those players. Their time has passed. Come and go." That's the
Of course, there's
difference.
poverty that is here now.
That's the difference. Those girls fought that fight before the World Cup. A week to the World Cup was when the team assembled. Then they still went to win the World Cup for good measure. Just like these ones have been fighting and they've won the World Cup now. If they lose, they're on their own. If they win, then they now pay for their flight accommodation. If they lose, yeah.
So there's extra motivation to win now. This is why they're winning trophies.
No,
after
no,
trophies.
boys,
No, they're winning
but
because
they're
they
winning
have
because
pride.
they're good.
Yeah.
But then again, they also want to
I
prove
mean,
the
it's
point.
unfair.
They're winning for their pride.
Wonderful. We have less than a minute to go.
Just read news. Messi is not retiring is the only story. We've heard. Okay, we've heard you're not retiring.
Just the
It's
headline.
okay. Yeah, don't bother.
No,
Just
no,
read
but
people's
we have
comments.
many comments.
Messi say he will not retire. Those who are not watching YouTube, they have missed. So we'll see him again in Argentina. That's all. Let's read comments. We've not even read comments from YouTube.
And no, most of them are it's just one, just about who Nigeria should win.
Hey, Dad.
You see, we people are not sending we have, what does it mean by
I'll be back.
a South African performance? Does it mean, I don't get that comment. Then Tohib says, good morning, the Super Eagles will progress tonight, so we can start with them.
Okay. Then we'll go to WhatsApp.
Dad, T is my instructor.
Trust issues can make you suspect.
This is a terrible advert.
But when it comes to
Yeah?
calls, Airtel
This is a terrible advert.
still minus
Why?
fees. So free your mind.
Okay,
Just
yeah,
like
yeah.
Of 11 Coke
Very
This is
cheesy.
their first terrible one.
$7 access fee on first call of the day. Dial
Email
*115
anatomy.
to join.
Instructor, Abi, oh yeah, show me your license.
Dad.
Airtel, the smartphone.
Okay, we're back.
This is Khadijah, and you're listening to Smooth 98.1.
That's right. You're listening to Smooth 98.1. It's the final stretch, and let's quickly get to your messages. We see tons of them already. Don't forget, it's hashtag LockerRoom981
Yeah.
on all social media platforms.
All right, let's go. Yeah, let's start with our YouTube fam here. We neglected you for a little while. So Tohib Adeshina says, "Good morning, guys. The Super Eagles will progress tonight. Thank you." And we see your messages. Tolu Akinton says, "We're enjoying the banter. Thank you, guys." And Olufemi Bakuri says, "Make Messi retire, Jerry. You won't win anything with Argentina."
It looks
No,
like
it's
that's
not
going
fair.
to happen. Let's get to some of these messages here up on WhatsApp. This one says, "This is Shay Ayo. Why is this South African match looking like Armageddon War? Tega, please warn Raw not to play Mikel Atolo. Midfield will do the job by taming the fast-paced attack of the South Africans. Our defenders would concentrate for 120 minutes, so should concentrate for 120 minutes, so we will beat them like 3-1.
Loving that spirit.
Nice one.
Tayo says, "Imagine Benin losing to Senegal after this ritual. I laugh in free kick and corners. I laugh with you, Tayo."
And MI says,
Says the way Serena was hitting on the other guy, you would think it was something more than tennis. The Super Eagles had better make sure that things don't go south today. We all know they have a sports network that is a low budget English press. If they
my
win, we
God.
will not hear what again. No.
all right, Lagos, that's all we can take on the messages today. Thank you so much for being a part of the program. And special thanks to Tega as well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tega.
You can find her up on social media and take the conversation there as well. It's at Tega Supreme on Twitter. And also for the Ladies in Sports International Conference, that happens
26th of July.
26th of July. So make
Follow
sure you
at
follow on
LIS,
Instagram.
Yes, LIS International on Instagram, on Twitter.
Yes,
Okay.
on Instagram, on Twitter. I was going to say on Twitter, I said Instagram, but yeah, on Twitter. Yes, also updates on Instagram as well.
Absolutely. And apart from football and sports and tennis and all those funky things, Tega is also quite an activist on Twitter. So go follow her.
Lagos will be here with you for Lagos Talks 981. We've got a special coming. It's a special on waterways, basically, and other things related. So please stay close and enjoy.
You make.
Okay, so yeah, Kayode, now your donation. I need videos of everybody. You have to tell me.